What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope you all having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of B&B. Um, I don't like how Ridge is like getting the blame for what's going on here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not feeling it because I feel like the people responsible for all of this is Brooke, Deacon, and Sheila. All three of them are responsible for what's going on right now. It's like a domino effect. They all are responsible for this. I don't like how Ridge being delayed on New Year's Eve keeps being brought up like they're trying to use him as a scapegoat for this. For the reason, trying to excuse Brooke's actions by saying, well, Ridge was delayed. So what? So he went on a business trip. This is not an excuse. He went on a business trip. Before he didn't want to go, but he had no choice. It's business. He specifically asked his wife to come with him. Brooke said no. She wanted to stay home and spend New Year's with Hope and the kids and whatever. That was her choice. I mean, she see the damn kids every day. She see Hope every day. This was her opportunity to be alone with her husband, ringing in the new year with her man. She chose her kids and grandkid over that. So that's on her. And it's also on her to control her impulses when her husband is out of town. He was only gone for one damn night. And already you sitting here getting drunk kissing another man? Because what pissed me off was she was sitting in that AA meeting talking about after she heard Ridge was delayed and wasn't coming home, that's when things just switched. And she started drinking vodka and pouring her a glass of vodka and stuff like that. I'm like, stop trying to blame Ridge for your foolishness. And my whole thing is because she can't figure out why she has this urge to drink. Why she drunk again. But my whole thing is when she drank the non-alcoholic champagne before, because I remember when Eric popped open a bottle, I think it was Thanksgiving or Christmas, he had opened up a bottle of non-alcoholic champagne. And I remember Eric specifically saying that the non-alcoholic champagne tastes very similar to the alcoholic champagne. Like there was no difference in taste. None whatsoever. Um, so if you're drinking non-alcoholic champagne and there's no difference in taste, wouldn't that give you some type of urge to drink because you're drinking something that's not alcoholic, but it tastes like it's alcohol? That's like people eating something that's not meat, something that's meatless, but it tastes like meat. You know what I'm saying? It's something similar to that. So I'm like, how did that not give you an urge to drink? You know? I don't know, but my thing is, even if she got a little buzzed off the real champagne that she was drinking, what she should have did was take responsibility, cut herself off, tell Deacon to go to hell home, and go your ass to bed. That's what she should have done. When she was throwing back shots with Deacon and stuff, she knew she was a married woman. She knew that. Let me tell you something. I drank alcohol plenty of times before. I don't drink it on a regular basis anymore, but here and there I drink. And when I drank, I it was times where I got pretty drunk, but I still was in charge of my faculties. I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was saying, even when I was drunk, like just fucked up. I knew what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy how Brooke acting like she was not in charge of her faculties during her drunkenness when she was throwing back shots with Deacon. I'm not gonna give somebody credit for telling half of the truth. Like, yeah, she owned up to the drinking part of it, but she should have just told Ridge the whole story because even at AA meeting, she was still sitting there talking about, oh, I was alone. Because the people was asking her, were you alone that night? She was like, yeah, I was alone. I'm like, you still lying? Tell them people the truth. She should have just told Ridge the truth when they were by themselves at home. She had ample time to tell him. She should have just told him. Yeah, he would have been pissed off or whatever, but at least it would have been out there. you know. But we all know he gonna find out in the worst way possible. So anyway, moving on from that. So Stephanie and Taylor at Forrester Creations talking about the whole Ridge and Brooke situation and how, Hope and Ridge feel like something is off about Brooke. They just rehashing it or whatever. I understand, Steffi feels her father deserves better than Brooke. I get her anger towards Brooke. Like, she really don't like Brooke, and I don't blame her. Brooke never really cared for Ridge's kids. She never really cared about them like that or whatever. She always wanted Ridge to focus on her and her spawn. She never really wanted Ridge to care too much about his own damn kids. So I get her frustration with them, but I love Steffi, but I feel like she should not want her mom to hook up with her dad again, especially on the rebound. You know what I'm saying? If Ridge and Brooke are having marital issues, let them figure that out. If they decide to split or Ridge choose like, okay, I don't want to be in this marriage no more, let him do that. Let him file for divorce. Let him be, single for a little second or whatever, get his wits about him, figure things out. And if him and Taylor, I just feel like him and Taylor should get back together organically. Like just not through manipulation and shenanigans. I feel like it should just happen natural. You know what I'm saying? Just let it happen. I just don't want Steffi encouraging Taylor to go after a married man. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't stand for that. Don't do that. Cause and the reason I say that is because I like the Taylor character and I feel like Taylor deserves better than that. Ridge deserved better. Taylor deserved better. Don't get me wrong. They've, done their fair share of dirt over the years and stuff like that, and pull shenanigans and all that. But at the end of the day, it's like I would hate for them to get back together through some type of manipulation or because of Sheila, and then all the secrets come out, and that's when Ridge decide like, oh, I need to go back to Brooke because this wasn't totally her fault. So she deserved another chance. I would hate for that to happen because I feel like Taylor deserves better than that. And all it's going to do is allow Brooke to sit there and gloat and, no. Mm-mm. Nope. If Taylor and Ridge are still in love with each other, let it happen when he's divorced. Do not encourage her to go to him while he married. It's okay for them to, be in each other's lives, obviously, because they share children and grandchildren and they're still friends with each other. That's cool. But do it respectfully because he is still married. As much as I don't really care for Brooke, but, he is still married. And I don't want Taylor to be labeled as no home wrecker. I'm just saying, I would hate for that to happen. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, Bill, of course, stopped by the cabin to talk to Liam about the whole Deacon situation. I mean, it was so funny when Douglas came into the room and called Bill Dollar Bill. He said, "Hello, Dollar Bill." I love when people call Bill Dollar Bill. This shit is funny. Um, Bill wasn't entirely wrong though about what he was telling Liam. Like Hope is gonna figure things out the hard way when it comes to Deacon. And I do agree. Hope can't stand when people trash Deacon or whatever, but these are people who've been dealing with Deacon for a very long time. And they know his games. You know? They know what he's capable of. They know the foolishness that he does. I mean, don't get me wrong. Bill ain't got no room to talk shit either because of all the shit that he done did. But I just feel like he wasn't lying where Deacon was concerned because wherever Deacon goes, trouble does follow him. He doesn't stay squeaky clean for long. So Bill was right on with that. As much as Hope didn't want to hear it, he wasn't lying. He definitely wasn't lying. So Hope ends up telling Liam everything that's going on with her mother and her relapsing and getting drunk again and stuff, and she's trying to figure out why it happened. The key is standing right in front of them because Lil Douglas keeps telling them, "I saw Grandma kissing Santa Claus," and Liam keeps brushing it to the side, telling them, "Oh, not now," and all that stuff. Y'all better listen to that little boy. This is the same little boy that led y'all to y'all supposedly dead daughter, so you might want to listen when he talks. You would think that they would learn by now. But I think Hope might start listening a little more clearer once if she's alone with Douglas and he keeps saying it, she's gonna ask him what he's talking about. And he's gonna give her details about what he's talking about. So I think that's gonna be what may happen and that's how she's gonna learn, like, oh, my mother and Deacon? Yeah, your mama and Deacon. And that was part of, what's going on. And then I don't know how they gonna figure out Sheila switched those labels. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How they gonna figure it out? Maybe Taylor gonna figure that out because she's the closest one to her right now. So she might, slip up and say something to Taylor. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what y'all thought about this, and I will see y'all all later. Peace.